Hello, Mr. Nick Barry. I'm gonna call you Mr. Barry because I got a friend named Nick, and I don't want him to think I'm talking about him. But honestly, sir, I looked at Shanji's stuff, and yeah, it's a little bit more fetishistic, but he's not hurting nobody. And the thing is, you don't like half of these people on this list because you don't like them. Now, not all resident Rich Monk I don't like because there are so many different reasons. But everybody on this list are the most reasonable people I've ever talked to in my life. Some of these people on this list I've talked to, and they're not bad people. They're not bad people. Not even know Game Boy's age, which I know is either Alex the Hedgehog or not any of these people are bad. They're just some people are a little bit into the fetishistic side. No, I'm not down with it, but I'm not gonna say that they're disgusting because they're able to show it. As long as they ain't showing no kitty, as long as they ain't showing no peed stuff, we're good. But I feel like most of the stuff you said are just you don't like how the old you don't like how the old universe is set up. You don't like how you just want to put you and I looked at this and you compared Teen Titans, Robin and Starfire along with Tails doing the same with Cream and Knuckles doing the same thing with Rouge. Now, you gotta understand that personally, I don't like Sonic being asexual, I just kinda don't like because I think Sonic can fall in love with people. It's just Sega doesn't want that. You know why I like the comics? Because Sonic can be what he wanted. Sonic can be what he wants. What we want. Sonic can be what we always wanted him to be. A multi-layered, multi-dimensional character. And sure, I may disagree with the slap because I know, I know now it's the slap between Sonic and Sally was mostly made because Jonathan H. Gray wanted his ship, and that's not cool. Because from what I heard, it's not even really Carl Boller's fault. We all hated Carl Boller for the longest time, but it wasn't him that did this. It was freaking Jonathan H. Gray, and the fact that he's kind of a dick. He's kind of a dick. And I'm not trying to say you're a bad person for liking pre-reboot. I'm not saying you're a bad person for liking the post-reboot universe. You're valid in it. I'm just never gonna like it. Cream and Tails, to me, the way I've seen it, they're just kind of, they're kind of incompatible because I feel like Tails. I'd say this like Sonic Adventure, and if we're going by pre-reboot Archie, Tails is like really more mature. He's still a kid, but I don't know. I don't think Cream and Tails will be a thing. It's an interesting idea, and I know people have made that in the past, and there's certain things about Cream I don't want to that people trick me into playing that I don't want to talk about. But honestly, I don't think the Freedom Fighters should be what you said. Mostly because they had to be called something else instead of the Freedom Fighters. I mean, we got the Resistance in the game, so this could be a whole entirely new team. I mean, Ian Flynn wants to start completely from scratch with the IDW comics, and I've been seeing that there's new characters that are going to be introduced, so we might as well just stick with that. have you guys have your stuff be called the Resistance while we still have the Freedom Fighters. And you probably don't know this. I don't I don't like the way the games are kind of like set because it feels more set. It feels like more setting more in cartoon, but very dumbed down. Sonic's a jokey catchphrase machine instead of the guy who can be a little overconfident but has a heart of gold. And it's not like Sonic doesn't have that in the game. But they don't try to develop that more. I mean, crap, Sonic Boom, Sonic gets more development, and that's a and those shows storylines don't even connect. That could beat out Sonic Stadium, Sonic Boom, pre-reboot Archie, ID. So you don't like IDW Sonic either. Oh, let's see. But I just feel like all this is just you're saying everybody's a scammer. No, not everybody's a scammer in this list. Some people are kind of eh. Like I hate people that are elitist or like to worship characters. I hate True Love Hearts because he's the Sonic Amy fan none of you guys want to be because he's not really a Sonic fan. He's just a dude who wants Sonic and Amy to have this beautiful moment together. But everybody else here, they're not bad people. Just people that are passionate for what we don't have anymore. Do I think Amy should be with someone else? Yeah, I think that would be an interesting story. She would let. Actually, this it says Sonic Amy should be with someone else. Yeah, I kind of see. See now, Amy being with someone else would be actually kind of interesting because she's been chasing after Sonic for some time now. And like, what if she's like tired of trying to chase after Sonic because she knows that nothing is ever gonna come out of that. And what's up with Sonic? Sonic is okay. Like Like I would kind of like Sonic and Blaze being a thing. That'd be kind of interesting too. Again, I see things from a story, from a story standpoint. I don't see things the way you see things, because you're seeing things like everybody's this and that. But yeah, okay, we got a few people that like their little fetishes and whatnot, but they ain't hurting nobody. Like that's the thing about people. Like that's the thing about a lot of people nowadays. They're all like, "Oh, these fetishes, they're bad." Okay, they're bad, but like they're bad to you, but to them, they like that shit. And far be it from me to be like, "Oh, you're nasty. You're freaking gross." Okay, they're not doing like straight up. Long as they ain't doing like, long as they ain't like crossing a line they shouldn't cross, it's fine with me. As long as they ain't fucking with people or fucking on people, it's cool. But I feel like you call most of these guys scammers because you don't agree with them. And I know we got the same Archie Sonic cults, blah 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 blah. But let me explain something. They only got agitated because fucking Night of the Wind was like, I'm gonna read these comics. And I do something called an Archie Sonic history lesson. I need to start doing those again. But basically, I try to explain the storyline of various things the best I can. I started it because people like Night of the Wind who just want to read a comic for like comedic value and don't want to try and actually read the comic because they feel like it's a big toll on their mind. It's just horrible because these some people are impressionable. I mean, my video basically said, Ego Raptor said that Sonic Adventure sucked, and everybody kind of went with that because Aaron from freaking Game Grumps was said it, so it must be true. And I'm just like, ugh. And talking to, and looking at your comments, you just don't like these people because they don't agree with you. Now, I understand there's a lot of other people on this list that are a little bit more heinous, but not every last one of them are. I've seen a lot of these guys. A lot of them are actually good people once you get to talk to them. I'm a guy who doesn't really judge people as much. Back in the day, oh yeah, I would have judged you in a heartbeat. I would have called you a motherfucker and just left it at that. But I feel like you don't get. I feel like you don't understand. We lost a lot of freaking. We lost a lot of freaking. We lost a lot of freaking stuff. A lot of good stories just because. A lot of good potential stories just because people were like, and Light Momi demon clones. I think you're being a little too, friend. I think you're being a little too fucking dramatic. I really do. Because like it's not a bad thing. Some of us don't like Ian Flynn. Some of us like someone likes freaking. Some of us like old school Sally because we grew up with that. You know, you need to understand that just because you don't like people because you shouldn't hate a person because they don't agree with you. You know, you're only telling me a precious few people that you don't like, and you're not giving me reasons why they're all bad, but you're just. And the one thing that kind of brings me back to the old days of YouTube, how people would just be like anti this person, anti that person. It's just so dumb, man. I mean, instead of always having this anger towards these people, and I don't even really know what you wanted to accomplish by commenting to me. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Mr. Barry. It's not swaying me over to your side. Guys like you just don't like these people because they like the pre-universe thing. Or I did see again, I seen Knothole Resident, and you basically put this list twice. But yeah, Knothole Resident, I don't like him. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna say that right now. I do not like him. Because he started a whole different kind of divide. But Lance Jerkoff and a lot of these other dudes, they're not that much. Julian Cabrera, he wrote a way for the slap not to happen, but in a way where it makes sense. And I am happy that someone wanted to do that. Hell, it blows what Jonathan H. Gray actually did out of the water because Sally didn't act unreasonable. She had her moment of being unreasonable, but really understood because she, she thought Sonic was dead, and that was reasonable. But what wasn't reasonable is for them to just be, talking to everybody, you know, like on a stage, and like Sonic and Sally have this whole thing where people can see, and it's just all that. Sir, I ask you to broaden your horizon. I ask you to try to see another person's opinion instead of just always thinking that you're the right party. You know? That's all I'm saying. Because when it comes right down to it, I'm a pre-reboot fan, and I'm not gonna let that go. But I do like stuff from the reboot slightly, just little bits and pieces. It never really got the chance to flourish. It never got the chance to really show us what it was all about. It just kept pushing. It kept pushing like adaptation after adaptation after adaptation. And then I saw the Archie restoration team. Again, you may hate these people, but they're trying to do something for the fans who love the old continuity. And there are people who are trying to do stuff for the rebooted continuity. So I'm just saying, sir, we should unite instead of always fighting with each other. That was the main thing of my video. We need to unite. We need to stop hating. We need to stop fighting with each other. We need to just be one Sonic. We just need to be a Sonic group united instead of always being a Sonic fan, a bunch of Sonic subsections always apart because we think we're right. That's what I hate. The fact that there's so much hate and bile in the Sonic community. for no reason. For no reason. And I ain't trying to fight with you. I ain't trying to start a fight with you. But I feel like, why can't we all just disagree? Why can't we all agree to disagree? Like, whatever happened to those old days? Is always being big and loud on the internet? Is that what we're reduced to nowadays? You trust me, I don't want it. I don't want it. I mean, sure, I used to be the most biggest, loudest person on YouTube before everything happened. But when you grow, when you change, when you grow, when you get older, you just kind of go, I love Sonic, and I kind of love the community. Well, what's the point in fighting anymore? Archie Sonic's gone. People are making revivals of it, and you guys are getting what you want too. So it's like, why do we have to fight? There's no point in it anymore. There's no point. Well, Mr. Barry, you probably won't like the rest of my content, and I'm not going to try and sit here and tell you, you're trying to smile politely to me and be all, well, at least I said it nicely. No, well, dude, you're not being nice. You're just kind of being a douche because you don't agree with everybody here. Anything post reboot, everything pre reboot, you don't like. I just feel like it's a, and I've got a lot of people who just hate on things because the community at large overblows it. You know, you think the community at large overblows something. Well, that's all I'm going to say. I'm just like, okay, then that means you don't want any actual discourse. You don't want an actual discussion. You just want to shove your own opinion down my throat. You want to shove your own opinion down my throat, and that's not cool. You should want to have a discussion with people. You should want to talk to people more about this instead of just, I don't know, acting like you have the better opinion, that your opinion is higher than thou. Like you have this whole higher than thou attitude about it. And every other, because that's what I get when I read your comments. Like you think that everybody's beneath you because of that. I just think I just think we need less people like you who just want to start fights with people, and we just need to. I wish we could come together as a group, but that will never happen, and that's sad. But hey, hope you actually listen. If you don't, there ain't nothing I can do because you're setting your ways. You don't want to at least think about the other side, and I'm not gonna try and force you because forcing people ain't what I do. Forcing people's opinions on to people ain't what I do. Peace. But if you do want to subscribe to my shit, if you do want to subscribe to my stuff, go right ahead. There's a lot of stuff I'm working on it at the moment. Maybe you might like it. I don't know. But if if you see this video all the way through, I would love it if we could just have kind of a civil conversation. Just you and me. We talk about what we don't like. We talk about what we do like. Let's let's meet in the middle. You know what I mean? Let's meet in the middle. Let's be peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm done, Mr. Barry. I hope you have a good night. I hope you had a good night and a good morning. Peace.